Hello, Teacher Ray here. I'm back to answer another of your Howl Groove class teaching questions. Yay! Are any of you familiar with the game Chutes and Ladders? I absolutely loved this game as a child, and I wanted to share it with my students. So I created a Howl 5-1 talk version with Timmy and some of his friends. That game is called the Up Down game, and it's the topic of this episode. Here's the question: when is the best part of the lessons to play games? Can you teach us how to play the Up Down game? I did not make this up. This was really submitted by a Howl teacher. I love my fellow teachers. Okay, let's start with the question of when to play games during the lessons. For board games like the up-down game, I select 2 to 3 convenient places to pause the lesson for the game. The transition slides work perfectly for this. I'll usually play the first round of the game right after that first main lesson section, which is usually the vocabulary, fun words, word fun. So the game will be started on the transition slide for game time activity. Pretty fitting, right? Game time, games, game. Yeah. See what I did? I play one round of the game, meaning each student gets one turn. Then we go back to the lesson. When I play the second round varies depending on how much time we have. But again, it's done on a transition slide, typically after sentence fun or grammar. Like I said before, I typically play the game 3 times during the lesson, with the third right before or right after the showtime production activity. So on that transition slide, for showtime production, or on the slide right after, which is the well done, good job wrap up. That is how I time the gameplay for board games. There are, of course, several other options. For example, you could have one student play after each slide and do that through the entire lesson. With my Magic Star Reward game, I tie it in with the activities and the clickable games in the lesson, so it gets played fairly often. Now for how to play the up-down game. Okay, first, I'm sorry, but there is some assembly required. Yes. You have to cut out all the pieces. Yeah. And you have to glue the ladders together. So you have to take the pieces and you have to glue them together. Yes, I know. In fact, the game needs to be assembled every time you play. Actually, that's part of the design. This is so the game is different every time you play. For example, it won't always have Timmy's birthday here. It might be over here in a different, when you play at a different time. The goal of the game is to move up the board until you reach the finish. Ladders cause the player to go up or forward. Slides cause the player to go down or backward. The pictures are all in pairs. Some are positive to go with the ladders. Others are negative to go with the slides. For example, Cindy in this picture is studying. And studying, you get good grades, right? So up to a good grade. In this picture, Timmy right here, he's pulling Cindy's hair. Timmy, no! So down you go to a very upset and angry Cindy. So there are several pairs. There's Timmy's birthday. Timmy receives gifts. Timmy brushing his teeth. Timmy has a bright white smile. Timmy washing the dishes leads to a proud hug from Dad. The negative slides, Timmy playing in the mud, leads to Timmy in the bathtub. The rain leads to Sam getting wet. The snow leads to Sam getting very cold. That's the game board. So how do we make the game relevant to the lesson? Hmm. You have to bring in some other component. Some teachers use a large die that they throw up and catch, and the student does what it says, right? And then earns 3 spaces, or however many, etc. the die says. I use Google Slides. See, so they pick a word, I click it, and then it says what they need to do and how many spaces they earn. Very easy to set up. The tasks are simple, making sentences, pronunciation practice, etc. You can use any tasks that fit your students. I usually play one game over an entire week. In other words, it takes 2 lessons to complete the game. Would you like to see the up-down game in action with some of my students? Let's play the game again. La 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 la. Sentence pattern, but we're not doing that. We're doing this. Let's go the same order we had. Okay. Which one? Backpack, greeting, character, village, knowledgeable, pen pal. Backpack. Okay, let's see. 5 times fast again. Backpack, 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 backpack. That was backpack, 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 backpack. Okay, 1 space for.
Ours.
Sing it.
Earth. It's a earth, a beautiful
I love
earth.
That's awesome. 4 spaces. Where's down here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You're safe. For more board game ideas, be sure to check out the Howell Homeroom blog article, Merging Game Boards with the AC Lesson Material for Enhanced Language Acquisition by teacher Miss Nana. Linked below this video. Now it's time for wrap-up. As Howell GC teachers, we all want our students to be engaged in their learning. And games are a great method of achieving that engagement. So I want to thank this teacher for giving me the opportunity to share another of my games with all of you. Thank you. Do you have any questions about gamification, student engagement, or any other topic related to Howell GC teaching? Click on the survey link below this video to submit your question to Ask Teacher Ray. See you next time. Goodbye. Blah, blah. That is how I play the gameplay. For more, where's my video? I can see it.